here's part 2. Now that I have my chunky piece of yarn, I'm going to sew it into the circle, or because sewing can be time consuming, I am going to hot glue gun it into a circle. If you use a hot glue gun, you can probably put it into a rectangle too, but I used a circle for consistency. So now I'm going to take a regular piece of Plarn and I'm going to attach it to one end of my chunky yarn. Then I'm going to sew it together by using the regular piece of yarn to feed it through the loops along one side of the chunky piece and then pulling it together to form a spiral. Then I'm just going to keep attaching the yarn to the spiral until I have a circle of the size that I want. So I know this isn't a finished project, but a lot of you have been asking on how to use Plarn, and I wanted the first video to be on how to use it without using any tools. Because I know not everybody has crochet hooks lying around or sewing needles, but they have leftover grocery bags, and this way you don't have to run to the store to buy something in order to use something you have around the house. Now you might be wondering if this is an awful lot of steps in order to just, get a mat like this, and the answer is probably. But I used to teach classes on arm knitting and finger crocheting, and those always called for chunky yarn. And this is the easiest way that I could show you how to make chunky yarn yourself. And initially I did want to do the hand knitting method, or like the finger knitting, with this yarn, but it is quite stiff. And I think for a beginner who's never worked like that before, it can get very frustrating. So this is just really the easiest way that I thought somebody could make something out of the leftover grocery bags. But if that's not your cup of tea, that's fine. I've been making a list of the things that I've been seeing in the comments that you guys would like to see made out of yarn, or even just suggestions that I never thought about. And like the backpack one, awesome. I definitely want to make a backpack. And I saw one about shoes. And I've seen projects where people use the foam flip-flops, like, the dollar ones that go on sale every once in a while. And they use regular yarn to make the top of the shoe. And I was thinking, what if you use plastic yarn to make the top of the shoe? So I definitely want to make a video on that. But if you want to put more suggestions in the comments, the more comments I get on a specific area, the higher it'll move up in the priority list. And then also, I was curious if you prefer to see just cute things made out of plastic yarn, or if you would like to see tutorials on how you can make cute things out of plastic yarn. But that's all I got for now. Have a good day.